What's up everyone, it's Neon Velocity and I'm back with another Diablo 2 Resurrected video, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the technical alpha. Now before we go too far into the technical alpha, I want to remind everyone that if you have been paying attention to Diablo 2 news recently, there have been leaks about a technical alpha. There was no confirmation, but apparently those leaks have been true. So what does this all mean? Well, yesterday, or now 2 days ago, on April 6th, Blizzard Entertainment officially confirmed that the technical alpha for Diablo 2 Resurrected was going to start. It's been a long time in the making since we've seen Diablo 2 actually release, and now that we're getting the Resurrected version, we get a technical alpha because, well, they need some testing. So there's going to be multiple tests. We'll cover that here in a second. But the very first part of this is that right here, Blizzard says, "We are pleased to announce the Diablo 2 Resurrected single player technical alpha, the first of multiple tests." So this is basically saying right away, single player technical alpha only, no multiplayer, you yourself. But that's not it. They actually go down a little bit further here, and you're going to only be able to play Acts 1 and 2, and you only be able to play as the Amazon, the Barbarian, and the Sorceress. So you're going to get 3 classes, 2 acts, but you do get to play. Before April 9th, so today, Thursday, April 8th, starting in just a few hours, about 10 hours from my time, or actually 12 hours now, so about 12 hours from the point of I'm recording this video, you'll be able to watch Diablo 2 Resurrected videos on YouTube and Twitch.tv from very selective community members. They're going to be able to stream the game live that were handpicked from Blizzard themselves. So if you're interested in watching some real life gameplay before the technical alpha goes out to people that get an invite, you'll be able to watch tomorrow, other than the B-roll footage that's been provided from Blizzard themselves. So how do you take a part of this? You have to be registered on the Diablo 2 website. You have to be pre-registered and also be registered for that. And then invitations will start going out on Friday, starting at 7 a.m. Pacific time. So throughout the day from that time until the very end of that night, codes or emails will start rolling out in waves and probably increasing throughout the day to allow people in. This is probably for server stability, so I would assume that's what that's about. Are you going to be able to record and stream this? Well, yes, they're going to allow this. Some franchises don't allow it, but thankfully Blizzard is good about that, and they're going to allow us to do it. So again, it's going to run from April 9th until April 12th. Right here you can see how long will the technical alpha last. Some good questions though that are coming down below, and I think I would normally ask these questions, but they actually answered them here for us, which was a great idea. Why are there only 3 classes playable in the technical alpha? They said, Blizzard says, that Diablo 2 Resurrected will launch with 7 playable classes: the Amazon, Barbarian, Sorceress, who we're able to play as well as the Assassin, Necromancer, Druid, and Paladin. Currently, for this technical alpha, we are only focusing on our gameplay testing of these 3 classes. We will be including the other classes in the upcoming testing phase. Why is the technical alpha only single player? Diablo 2 Resurrected will launch with multiplayer. However, for the scope of this test, we will be focusing on early game systems, the 3 playable classes, and client performance data. We'll be including multiplayer in an upcoming playable testing phase. So again, they do reassure us there's going to be multiple testing phases, but right now, single player only, no multiplayer, 2 acts, and those 3 characters. The funny thing about this is I really didn't expect them to go too far into the alpha. I didn't think that they were going to open this up much, but I do find it interesting that you're only able to play the Amazon, the Barbarian, the Sorceress. I do wonder if that is due to the fact that they're allowing controller support, which they'll actually confirm here in just a few moments. But inside the technical alpha, they're only focusing on Act 1 and Act 2, and they specifically state that this is trying to hone in on the early gameplay and the settings of Act 1 and Act 2. So they really want to make sure that the user experience in Act 1 and Act 2, because that's where most people are going to stop playing the game, if I had to assume. No knowledge of that to be true, but I would assume that a lot of impressions will be met in Act 1 and Act 2, and they want to make sure that those 2 acts are knocked out of the park, visually, gameplay, mechanically, everything. Now, there won't be any updated cinematics in the technical alpha, at least at this time, and it's only limited to the PC. So in the next technical alpha, or the next stage of testing, consoles will finally get their chance. There will be no progression carryover for this test, which kind of makes sense, right? Each test is a new experience to start over. And then the last thing that is very, very nice of them, and I did not expect this to be in the first technical alpha, and I think that's why they're choosing the sorceress and the barbarian, because they have the ability to teleport and things like that by the end of Act 2 or leap. And that is controller support will be supported. So it says, will the technical alpha have controller support? The technical alpha will have controller support. However, this is still under development, so any feedback will be valuable to us during this testing phase. And of course, they talk about the release date, and there is no release date. So there are two main areas that you need to make sure that you're leaving your feedback, other than on the YouTube comments and on Twitter. Make sure that you're hitting up the official Diablo 2 forums, the Diablo subreddit, and then also I would highly encourage people to be very vocal on Twitter, Instagram, and their Facebook community pages. So make sure that you're doing that. This is a really great time for everybody because we finally get the chance to play Diablo 2 Resurrected and watch people play it if you're not able to get in on the first wave. So things move very quickly since the announcement in, what was that, February now? So we're going on 2 months since then. But that means the game's coming along pretty quickly. Things look good. There's also a big press release that was just released that has a great high res images. So again, if you're interested in that type of stuff, I'm going to leave links in the description. Until the next video, this is Neon Velocity, and I'll see you then.